and see the results. Simulating real-world repair conditions. On a PCB surface covered with rosin residue, 0.5 milliliter of PCB cleaner was applied and wiped with a cleaning swab. The rosin residue on the surface was quickly dissolved and removed. The cleaning performance was quite good. 0.2 milliliter of PCB cleaner was applied to the PCB surface and allowed to evaporate naturally. Testing showed that it completely evaporated in about 2-3 seconds. No visible liquid residue remained. Overall, this PCB cleaner offers a good balance between cleaning performance and fast evaporation. Now let's test the harmful gas emissions. Using 0.5 milliliter of PCB cleaner to wipe a PCB, the odor can be described as very mild. There is no particularly noticeable pungent smell. Using an air quality monitor, the peak formaldehyde CHO emission level measured was 0.067 mg per cubic meter. The peak volatile organic compound TVOC emission level reached 1.849 mg per cubic meter. CHO mainly reflects the risk of formaldehyde exposure, while TVOC reflects the overall level of volatile organic compounds. The overall amount of volatile organic compounds VOCs released. The higher these values are, the greater the impact on the human respiratory system and indoor air quality. Comparing these results with data from previous tests, the two values from another innovative product are very close to this one. Even the formaldehyde-related emission indicator is lower than that product's. Although this PCB cleaner does not have a strong odor, it still produces a certain amount of volatile organic compounds. Therefore, when using it, it is still recommended to maintain. However, compared with some of the products we tested previously, its volatile emission levels already fall into a relatively low category. In addition, we also conducted a simple flammability test. After pouring the PCB cleaner onto a burning paper towel, the flame was extinguished quickly. This indicates that this type of PCB cleaner has a certain degree of flame retardant property. This also confirms the point we mentioned earlier. The safety of a PCB cleaner should not be judged solely by whether it can be ignited. More importantly, attention should be paid to its volatile components and the effects of long-term exposure. Next, we tested its effect on plastic materials. After immersing foam plastic in the PCB cleaner, it could be observed that the material dissolved rapidly. This phenomenon is quite common among the PCB cleaners we have tested. This indicates that the solvent has a strong effect on certain plastic materials. Although this characteristic helps remove grease and rosin residues, if it accidentally comes into contact with plastic parts, it may also cause softening, deformation, or even damage. Therefore, during actual repair work, it is recommended to avoid prolonged contact with plastic components. Finally, let's summarize. This PCB cleaner is relatively expensive, which leaves me with mixed feelings. Based on the actual test results, the quantity meets the claimed specification. The cleaning performance is good, the evaporation rate is fast, and its volatile emission levels are also among the lower levels of the products tested so far. Based on performance alone, it can certainly be considered a qualified and even excellent product. On the other hand, the amount of information available on the packaging is very limited. No MISDS documentation has been found so far, and the product traceability information is also incomplete. For a chemical product intended for long-term exposure and use, I believe that product performance and information transparency are equally important. Therefore, the biggest shortcoming of this product. But that the brand has not made the relevant information publicly available, has not clearly and transparently disclosed that information.